today? How have you been? How has been your week? It's almost towards the end of the week, you guys. And we are coming towards the end of August. Yay! We've had a video every day for this August, and I feel so good I was able to do that. And I also want to thank you guys for not falling out, for not stopping to watch the videos, for always being on my live chat and always catching up with my videos. You guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. So I will finish doing the videos this Friday. Tomorrow, you guys, there are now 20 videos. By tomorrow, there'll be 20 videos in a month. Like 20. It's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of dedication. I had to really take time to focus on this because I really wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to do it, and I did it, and I feel so proud of myself. I am so tired. I probably might take a week next week. Probably I will not be here next week, but the other week we will have to catch up. So you guys, we'll have a video tomorrow though. Today is on Thursday. Tomorrow we will have a video, the last video. Now before I take a break for a week, and then now I come back the other week. Over a couple of years, I have received some advice. Some of it has been very helpful to me. Some of it has kept me going. Yes, and that is what I want to share with you today. I want to talk about advice that really gets me going, that has been of great help to me, that I apply all the time in my daily life, and I think you need to have it also, so you can see if it's gonna help you or maybe make you stronger, or you can even write it down. You know those sticky pad notes? I don't even know if I have it any here on my table. I could have shown you the sticky notes, just the normal one, the yellow ones, the blue ones. You can write it down. I used to have it placed on my mirror back then. Right now it's just in my head, and I can just keep replaying some of these statements. So my name is Muthoni Mukiri. You are watching Muthoni's Mission. If you're new, welcome. This is home, and we are all about emotional and mental wellness. And before we continue with this video, kindly subscribe. Make sure you've subscribed so you can support me, you guys. I need this support. And also don't forget to like the videos, because the more likes a video has, the more you're likely to see it, and the more it's likely to be seen by a lot of people here on YouTube. You guys, it goes higher in terms of lists of videos here on YouTube. So the number one advice that I have ever received, that I use it to this day, that has kept me going: be your number one fan. I don't know who told me this. I think it's Wahiga Maora. I can't remember who gave me this advice. Be your number one fan. It has kept me going for so long, because the world out here is very unforgiving. It's unapologetic. People can be mean. People can really criticize you, and people might not see the good in what you're doing. But when you're your own cheerleader, when you're your own friend, when you're your own teammate, when you're your own squad, your own gang, it's different. It's different, you guys. Be your number one fan. Be really there for yourself. You guys, I am such a fan of myself, of my YouTube channel. I'm usually huku watching previous videos, and then I'm like, videos I've done before. I am such a huge fan of myself, and you need to do that. People will hate on you, people will throw stones on you, but when you already have that support from yourself, it won't be as hard. And it's how much we want validation from other people, because we're so empty inside. And being your number one fan has an element of self-love and loving yourself. So I am my number one fan. Over time and over the years, I've learned to really believe in myself, to really want to be there for myself. And it goes a long way in terms of how you even execute your projects and whatever you're doing. When you believe in yourself, when you're rooting for yourself, when you're there telling yourself, Muthoni, I'm so proud of you. This is such an amazing video. Sometimes I do my videos and then I'm like, this is the best video I've ever done in my YouTube journey. But I keep finding better videos, better. Every time I shoot a video, I feel like, oh my God, I've done so well. I am such a huge fan of myself. It's not vanity. It is so important. And when you're there for yourself, you're also able to be there for your friends, for your loved ones, for people in your life. You know how some friends, your friends will come and tell you this and this is happening in my life. I am so sad, and then you tell them nice things. You tell them, no, you're doing amazing. I loved your work. I love your etiquette. No, you're an amazing chick, but they don't feel bad about yourself. Those things that you tell those your friends when they are down are the same things you need to tell yourself. You need to tell yourself, Muthoni, it's not that bad. You know what? Tomorrow is another day. I will wake up and I will kick ass. Tomorrow is another day. I will wake up and I will be so good at what I do. And sometimes when I mess up, I'm usually like, you know what, bad day in office. They happen all the time. Every day is not a Monday. There's a Tuesday and a Wednesday and a Thursday. You know what? Be your number one fan. Be your cheerleader. Be your own best friend first before your other friends can come. The good thing is about treating yourself well and treating yourself so good is that you also know how to treat other people. And you also know what good treatment is because you give it to yourself. So when guys are coming here with toxicity and when people are coming here to show you like you're not important, you cannot stand that because you don't know what that is. Cynthia. So the first advice, be your number one fan. Number 2, act and behave like the person you want to be. You know how we always have a dream of that person we want to be? Maybe you're aspiring to be like this in your career. You're aspiring to be this and this person. Maybe you're thinking about starting a salon or starting a restaurant. Start behaving and acting like that person you want to be. Nobody ever changed the world and nobody ever did anything by just their thoughts or their mind or whatever it is they're thinking. You have to take a step. If you want to start a hair business or a beauty business, start walking around in salons. Start looking at what people are doing. Start looking at women's heads and what they have in their heads, like in terms of what they've done with their hair. Start acting, behaving like the person you want to be. If you want to be a CEO of a business, if you want to be a public speaker, start rehearsing these things. Parade your children there and give them a speech or, start acting like the person you want to be. It starts from somewhere. And you see how we say a habit is a disease. Also use it when it comes to good habits. Because when you do something good and you continue doing it, it becomes like your everyday life. Like you just flow with it. Act. Don't just sit there and just think about what you would do with a restaurant. The things I would do, walk around in restaurants, buy even those chef clothes. Start doing with your stove in the house. Start making simple meals and taking videos. Act like the person you want to be. Don't just sit and wait. Cindy? Yes. That's number 2. Number 3 is so important. You will never know what you want to do, where your niche is, what your purpose is until you try. You will never know, you guys. And I was having a conversation with my sister on the phone, and then she was like, I was acting before I got married, so I feel like I want to go back to acting. At the same time, I probably need to do a YouTube video because I love cooking. I've tried selling clothes. It's worked for me, but I feel like I can do something else. So then I was like, if you feel like you want to start a YouTube video for the upcoming YouTubers, you will never know until you try. And I even say, like, even for me on my YouTube channel, I really love what I do here. And you guys know I really, really love it. But if it doesn't work out for me, if it gets to a point where I feel like I want to do something different, I will do something else. Yes. And the reason we don't start is because we are so scared it might not be it. But even maybe starting that thing will lead you to what you even need to be doing, and also I started doing things because I came to learn something about failure, and I came to learn why we are so scared of failing. We are so scared of failing because we tell ourselves, now, if I get into this relationship, this guy might leave me. He might dump me. You put a full stop there. But if he dumps you or leaves you, will that be the end of life? No. What do? You dust yourself. Maybe you go for therapy. You take some time to heal, and then you jump back again to the dating scene. It's the same thing when it comes to business. When you start a business, you just think about, na nikianza alafu ianguke. There's COVID. I might start and then it fails, and then you know what? And then I will have to take a loan. I will do this. And then you put a full stop after it might fail. That's not a full stop, sweetheart. If you've started business before and they failed, was that the end of life? It's not the end of life. sometimes I say the worst that can happen probably is the end of life. But as long as you're breathing, as long as you're living, there's still opportunities you can do. And sometimes the difference between you and the person who's doing that something is because you've not tried, because you're so scared of failure, you know. And failure sometimes is a way of God telling you, Muthoni, you're supposed to be this side. You will never know. And sometimes postponing it does not mean it will not happen. Whatever you're scared of will not happen. Doesn't mean. Probably you're thinking of starting maybe a makeup line or whatever, and then you're worried, it might fail, then this might happen, people might really copy it too much or whatever. The fact that you postponed it for 2 years does not mean whatever you're scared of will not happen after those 2 years. But you just have to dive in and go for it. I learned this. You will never know what you want to do in life, what your purpose is, until you try that thing that's in your head. You will never know. But, and let me tell you, it's a good thing you thought about it if you have an idea in your head, because everything started with a thought. Everything you see in this world, even that house, that YouTube channel, that whatever, that business, that church, that school, everything you see started from a thought. So it's a good thing you've thought about it. However, you will never know if it's your thing, if you're gonna make it in life, if you will be so huge in that business. You will never know until you try. Yeah, so those are 3 most important advices I got from someone. There's also another one that Oprah Winfrey says. She says, how can people see how great you are if you don't see it yourself? How can people see how great you are if you don't know yourself? You have to believe in yourself first. And I think this one ties with my first advice. Be your number one fan. Be your number one fan. So there are 3 of them. Number 1, become your number one fan. Number 2, start acting and behaving like the person you want to be. If you want, everybody has a dream person they are trying to be. You're trying to be the managing editor. Start carrying yourself with that grace. Start reading, start doing research, start behaving like a managing editor. Start taking over, by the way. And number 3, you will never know until you try. You will never know. And then also, like the third one of you will never know until you try. Sometimes you think about, I might try this marriage and it fails. What if it works out? Do you know if it works out? And also if it fails, you will know now, okay, this has failed. Now let me try this other thing. You know what I mean? So things might work out so well for you, but you cannot know if they will work out if you don't start. Sindio? So let's become our own cheerleader. Start acting and behaving like the person you want to be, the woman you want to be, the man you want to be, the parent you want to be, or the child you want to be, the employee you want to be, or whoever you want to be. Start behaving like that. A habit is a disease. Yeah. And, become someone, the number 1 key to having self-respect, to respecting yourself is what? What did we say it is? Becoming someone you would respect. Start behaving like that person. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a good afternoon. Don't forget to subscribe and always share my videos. Bye. Love you guys.